Top 10 foods that can literally kill you. Number 1, rhubarb. If your culinary skills aren't up to speed, rhubarb is a vegetable with bright ruby leaf stalks similar to celery that's mostly used in jams, pies, and other desserts. The key is only to eat the stalks. The plant's leaves contain a chemical called oxalic acid, which is used in bleach and rust removal, according to the US National Library of Medicine. Eating rhubarb leaves induces a slew of bad side effects like burning in your mouth and throat, nausea, vomiting, convulsions, even death. Cooking doesn't break down these harmful compounds either. Talk about a two-faced vegetable. Rhubarb stalks can be turned into pudding, and a naturally occurring compound in its leaves can be turned into corrosive acid. Number 2. Cherries. Cherries seem harmless enough, but these little guys are pits, actually can do a lot of damage. Aside from being nearly impossible to chew or crack with your teeth, the stones of fruits like cherries, apricots, plums, and peaches contain cyanogenic compounds that turn to cyanide when crushed. If you accidentally swallow a cherry pit, don't sweat it, they're rarely poisonous when eaten whole, according to the British Columbia Drug and Poison Information Center. Just be sure to avoid the broken bits. Just 1 or 2 of these seeds can do you in. And that's not a very triumphant way to go out. Now, is it? Number 3, pufferfish. The good thing about pufferfish, also called blowfish or fugu, is it already looks inedible and dangerous. Its skin and organs are incredibly poisonous. When eaten, the toxin called tetrodotoxin can paralyze your muscles and cause death due to asphyxiation, according to information from the National Institute of Health. What's worse is there's no miracle shot or antidote, and cooking doesn't negate its toxicity. Even though specially trained chefs remove the liver, ovaries, and skin from the fish before serving the Japanese delicacy, we understand if you want to stick to safe, nutritious varieties of fish like salmon. Number 4, acne. One funny looking fruit, ackee, is a member of the soapberry family. You may be more familiar with its sister fruit, lychee, but ackee is a pear-shaped fruit native to tropical West Africa, and it needs to ripen fully before consumption. And this isn't one of those you need to wait because it's hard deals. You need to wait for it to ripen because it contains toxins that can literally kill you, which is why importation of the raw fruit is banned in the US, according to the FDA. If you are curious about ackee, though, you can buy it canned and frozen. This is your best bet, especially since it killed 23 Jamaicans and sickened 194 in 2011, according to a report from the Jamaica Observer. Number 5, castor oil. Castor oil comes from the castor bean, and the reason it's not a household oil like coconut or olive is its beans are loaded with the poison ricin, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Actually, one single bean has enough ricin to kill over 1,000 people if the purified toxin is injected or inhaled, according to research from the journal Analytical Chemistry. And eating 5 to 10 of the whole beans would prove to be fatal, too. The oil is used as a food additive and flavoring agent, as well as an ingredient in skincare products, cosmetics, plastics, varnishes, and lubricants, and is void of resin. So if you wish to buy it, just make sure it was produced adhering to safety guidelines. Number 6, mushrooms. Some fungi are anything but fun. With names like the Death Cap and Destroying Angel, these mushrooms aren't messing around. As a rule, if you aren't 100% sure of what you're eating, especially if you've picked something yourself, don't risk it. Deadly mushrooms often look uncannily like edible ones, and even experts can find it hard to tell the difference. Author Nicholas Evans and his family nearly died of liver failure after picking the deadly web cap variety. In the US, 14 people were poisoned in San Francisco after eating death cap mushrooms. 3 needed a liver. Number 7, Sanakji. Sanakji is a raw octopus dish meant to killing the octopus before serving it. Nerve activity allows it to still wriggle, meaning that their suction cups could attach to your throat as you swallow. According to Food and Amp Wine, 6 people die every year on average from choking on a tizzer or octopus dish meant to be eaten while it's still squirming. The danger here is that despite the sushi chef killing the octopus before serving it. Number 8. Kidney beans. You may love to include kidney beans in stews and chilies, but you should never eat them raw. Raw kidney beans contain a toxic agent known as phytohemagglutinin. As many as a handful of beans could bring on symptoms like vomiting and headaches. The toxin is significantly diminished when the beans are cooked. For number 9. Cassava. Also known as yuca or manioc, cassava is a staple food in various countries. People should not eat cassava raw or when it is prepared improperly because raw cassava contains chemicals called cyanogenic glycosides, which can release cyanide in the body when consumed, which are toxic to ingest. Eating raw cassava can lead to severe side effects like paralyzed legs, intoxication. Number 10. Green potatoes. Green potatoes contain a toxic element known as solanine, which could lead to poisoning by affecting the nervous and digestive systems, causing headaches, fatigue, nausea, weakness, diarrhea and vomiting. Eating lots of green potatoes will definitely make you sick.